Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. This morning's training, mute everybody on down. This morning's training is one that after yesterday's training, like I said, I put together trainings based upon needs of where we are. And as I was talking yesterday, this one just really screamed loudly at me. Like, we really need to do a 100's list training. And let me give you a little bit of a backstory of why it has rang like so loudly to me. Is because in building a business, one thing that I do as a business coach is I teach people the core fundamentals of what you're going to have to be able to build the business, right? And then after you build the business, you have to be able to start the business, sustain the business, and grow the business beyond. So those are three separate steps. Like if, say, for instance, somebody was to open a clothing store. Well, sometimes you find people go buy the inventory, they do the marketing, they get the business off. However, had to take into consideration, like, what happens if the customers don't come immediately? What happens if you get an influx of customers? What happens if the customers that come do not repeat? Like, how often do they come back? If they're going to buy a dress, do they buy clothes often? Do they come back 1 to 2 times a month? Do they bring their friends? Like, how does the business sustain itself? So those are things that the business has to take into consideration. So here to bring that on over here to It Works. When you first come into the business, if you're on this training, you're new, you may have a whole bunch of people in your head. You may have a few people in which you have in your head, like, hey, my mom would be great at this. My cousin would be great at this. You know, just that warm market around you. However, that's not just enough. We also have to think about the people who we don't know, the people that we come in contact with. Like, how are we going to sustain this business? Right? So one of the tools, and every business calls it something different. In network marketing, we call it a 100's list. And the 100's list has been thought of as, hey, at all times, you want to be able to open your book. I share with you all mine. You want to be able to open up your books and be able to say, hey, in the event that nobody is calling me today, I have some prepared areas and where I can go into to actually pull customers. So today, I'm going to give you some tools of where to go. And also, too, there will be a homework. And one of them that I found to be really, really great is only like 13 minutes. 13 minutes for you to be able to do. But I want to give you the why right now, right? Even now, the reasons why we're in business right now has everything to do with our why. The reason why we get up in the morning, get ourselves together, get ourselves situated is because our why is pulling us so strong that we have to make this work. We desire to make this work. Well, this is one of those tools that's going to help you with your why, is your 100's list. So that's the reason why I'm breaking it down to the importance of it and how it can work with your business. So when you first come into the business, you have a list of names in your mind. You have a list of names in your mind, and you're like, okay, I want to call these people. I want to do that, right? When you get those lists of people, you want to start your 100's list. So when you first came on in, you want to start that list. Okay. I myself, just out of organization, I like 2 different books. So I usually use this book that says, I'm not bossy, I'm the boss, because this makes me think of potential distributors. This is my distributor list. And then also, too, if you see, it's just cute. It brings me to it. I know this is something that when I think about this list, I'm going to go on in. I love that it has a nice little divider to me, so I can use this book. It's just, it makes me feel as an owner like, oh, I really want to grab this list. So I'll tell you, that's something you want to think of too. It doesn't have to be in book format. It could be in an Excel spreadsheet. Maybe you're the person who likes computers. Maybe you have it in your memo in your iPad, and this is something that you type. Maybe you don't like to write. Me, I like to write and transpose things over into the computer. So I share those things with you because I want you to know it's your design style. There's no right or wrong way to this. You may be a different learner. For me, I'm driving, I'm moving around. I like to just be able to jot it down really quickly. And me and one of my team members yesterday, she was talking about how she likes to actually type it. That's not my first go-to. So I don't want you to get stuck right here thinking, oh, Tracy says it has to be a book, so it has to be a book. But that doesn't make you feel a certain type of way. Like, it doesn't give you that good feeling about writing that list. Then me, I like to break it on off into a second one. Like I said, one of my team members bought this for me because she knows one of my favorite words is amazing. And it says, make today amazing, right? I love the little, if you could tell, I like little extra things to play with because I'm playing with them now. I love this because I think of all of my customers as I build my business, that word amazing, like, oh, the more I put in this book, the more amazing my business is going to be. So for me, it's even the words that are on it that are calling me to it. What makes you feel that way? Whatever makes you feel that way, you're more likely, this is the psychology behind it, you're more likely to do something that makes you feel excited about doing it than something that you feel like if you have to get in the computer and you're like, I hate the computer, then you really shouldn't put your list in the computer because you're not going to want to go there. Even too, my favorite color is pink. So I have a good old time bringing these books. And even too, when I get into the salon or I get somewhere, it usually draws people towards my books. Like if I love to set up in Starbucks and Panera. So even when people see me bring these books on out, they normally start asking, what are you doing? And I love that question because then I get to tell them, hey, this is my office for the day. And this is how I build my business. Really? What do you do? And it turns into a question. So when you first come on in, I want you to start figuring out which way is going to work for you and start writing all those names down. Okay. So when we say 100s list, sometimes people go, and I've had people tell me on the phone, they'll go, well, I don't know 100 people. Congratulations. Most of us don't. Most of us don't, but we're going to grow that. In the back of your office, so you can write this on out, in the back of your office in your document library, there is a 100s list you can download in your document library. And there's also a memory jogger too. Because guess what? You may not know 100 people off the top of your brain, but believe me, you come across them. So I want you to think about this. You have kids, all their moms, all their teachers. If your kids are in programs, football, basketball, soccer, gymnastics, you know people in those organizations. And sometimes those organizations topple over 100 people. If you're working in your job, you know people. Maybe it's not everybody in that office, but there's a few people that you even probably, if you think about it, could be distributors or they could actually be loyal customers. On your way, the mailman. Do you know how many times I've given samples to the mailman? And he's now starting to have his wife to use them. I'm working on them. The mailman that comes by. When you go to the grocery store, hey, the people in the grocery store, have you ever just been shopping for something in the store and both of y'all going for the same item and y'all start a little conversation? That is somebody that could be on your list. If you are in these high touch, Starbucks, Nordstrom, these are places that I love in customer service. Nordstrom, Chick-fil-A. Oh, Chick-fil-A. I love them. I love the people in the drive-thru. They're so nice. They're friendly. They're already talking to you. They're the easiest people to be able to talk back to because that's how they're trained. Those are people, if you really think about it, oh my God, if you stop right now and think, you'd be like, oh my God, I do know. Like I come across 100 people in my regular life. You do. I promise you, you do. However, what's happening is if you don't have that level of intention where you have your book, your spiral, your tablet, you're missing that opportunity to write them down. Because I'm going to tell you, guess what's going to happen to you? Your kids are going to come home and ask you for something that's going to make you forget. You're going to get to work and they're going to put another task on you and you're going to forget. You're going to be working on your business and one of your downline is going to call you and you're going to forget. So I'm telling you, I don't care how, I remember everything. No, we do not. You need this book. You need to be able to write those people down. Okay. So I'm bringing that to your mind because that's your start. Now, after you finish that, say for instance, you've been through all of the team, all of whatever. I haven't even touched social media yet. And the reason why I didn't touch social media is because a lot of people are not, I want you to know, majority of the people in this business do not have a strong social media following. So I don't want you to think when you come into this business, well, I can't do this business because I don't have a strong following. I just helped you right now see everything that's around you as a way to start your business. Because guess what? The way people used to do their business was this way. Door-to-door sales, people they know, referrals. Hey, I didn't even touch on your church. People who you see all the time. It's a misthought. It's like, oh, okay, when I get into business, let me jump online and then start from people who I have no idea of, versus all the people that are around you. That is the reason why businesses, people who did network marketing before and were successful and made $1 million and $1 billion in the business, did not have social media. So I really want you to start thinking. And I love this task first because, again, I find people come into business and they get stuck right there. Well, I don't know how to do this. Well, I got to add people to my list and I got to grow my following. I want you all to start thinking about social media as the icing on the cake. That's the icing on the cake. But the people around you that you see every day, those right there, I want you to think of that as my bread and butter. And the reason being is because that's the myth. Like when people used to come in, being that I trained hair, when we first came into the business, those girls were trying to get to the sew-ins. They were trying to get to the big money. Well, guess what? They were missing the small money that adds up, which was like roller sets. Those women come in all the time. Coloring of edges, people who go gray. Those are the things that you miss when, guess what? That adds up. 100 pennies is still $1. So I'm spending my time right here to get you to understand. Right now, you could be missing things around you that could be building your business, and you probably wouldn't even have to click online. Because literally everything around you could be on your list. So I'm spending time here because I feel we do not spend enough time here in the face-to-face, in the belly-to-belly, when those are the things that go the fastest. Just so you know that. If you're like, hey, these people online in my inbox and they're not responding to me. Well, guess what? If you grew this area, they're going to respond to you faster. If you're right now, a lot of you all are driving and I see kids. You driving off and you dropping your kids off. You see those people so much, they know you, they've been watching you, that they're more amped to contact you faster just because they have already a relationship with you. So I want you to do that now. What I want you to do, and I know some of you all are driving and can't do this exercise right now, but I'm going to give you right now about 2 minutes. Just so we don't draw this on out, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. If you're in the car, think about it. So therefore you can do this exercise. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write out categories of where you can get customers. Do you go to Chick-fil-A a lot? Do you have your daughter's soccer practice, basketball? My daughter just joined volleyball. I'm trying to get to know all the moms right now. I'm working my way through them. I got to go tonight. She has another game. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes right now just to jog your brain. The things that are around you right now. What are you missing? 2 minutes. Write it out. And I'm doing this exercise with you too. You got 1 more minute. Okay, the reason why I made you to do that right now is because I already know sometimes when we out of sight can become out of mind. So right here, you're hearing it and you probably thought about 4 or 5 different things. But if you didn't take that moment right there and something else happened, like I'm looking at you, Ebony, your son. Hey, son. Your son, your son starts asking you some stuff. Guess what? You may forget about the categories. Hey, you may forget about the categories. So sometimes when you're doing things, I want to give you something to think about. That exercise you did where you just had to stop for a moment and actually go do it, you will do that in this business. Sometimes you may have to stop. I keep my minds in my bag, in my purse, right? So sometimes I may be like, dang it, I forgot it, and stop and write it down. Now, let me give you a mom hack, because guess what? A lot of you all have small babies, okay? We run lists in our head over and over and over and over and over again, right? We run them. And if you don't stop and write it out, you get overwhelmed in business and as a mom. So even if you could just write it down, oh, I got to pick up Leslie. I got to do this. If you stop and write it out of your head, you decrease anxiety. Just so you know, you will immediately try it. It is a thing that we do when we teach. I'm also a life coach. It's something that we teach, is that when you play things over and over and over, your brain is doing the movie. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. And then what it does is it tricks you into thinking you got way more to do than what you do. But when you see it on the paper, you'll go, I only got 5 things to do today. Then your brain immediately stops playing the movie and it can move on. It decreases anxiety. So just stop and write it down. Even me, myself, I got a little one that sometimes I just start checking into. I'm going to give you all a great app. Y'all ready for this? It's a to-do list in your app. Wunderlist. Wunderlist. Wunderlist is a life changer. It was a life changer for me. Because say first, I couldn't get to a pen and piece of paper. Or even two, I had a nanny in my home that maybe I was trying to put things on the grocery list, or I was trying to take things off. We all could see the list, or the honey-do list, sending things on over to my husband that I needed him to do. We all are on the same list. And as you put things on the list, everybody sees them and everybody checks it off. It's a red app. That list right there will help you when you're sitting around. Say, for instance, you don't have your hundreds list to you, and you just need to go in and jot it down and then transpose it when you get home. It's a great tool. Wunderlist is a great tool. My entire staff uses it. We put things on people's lists and take them off. Even if you want to get so funky, if you like internet and you want to use Wunderlist as your hundreds list, you could just keep taking people off. You just tap and take them off. It makes a quick little chime and it takes them off. That will help you. I promise. Wunderlist. Wunderlist. The app is red. I've been using it for years. Game changer. So that's how I knew at that moment to tell you to stop and just write those things down. Okay? Now, let's come online. Now we're like, oh goodness, everybody's telling me how great online is to be able to build my business. How? I don't have that influence. I don't have 100,000 people. I don't have 20,000 followers. How do I do this? Well, guess what? In order to be able to bite an elephant, how do you eat an elephant? You eat an elephant one bite at a time. So if you have 100 people, I want to just really take the anxiety down. If you have 100 people on your friends list, guess what? You have influence over 100 people. So I don't want you to be like, I don't have anybody. You don't have anybody if you don't have a page. But if you have 100 people, you have people. So now, guess what? Your list becomes easier. If you have 100 people, I want you to go through that list of 100 people, and we're going to start putting them into categories. Like, who are they? I want you to go through those lists. Now, I'm not going to give you the categories yet, but I want you to go through the people in your list and figure out who they are. Do you want to do business with them? So I'm going to share with you my hack on how I decide, because not everybody is your customer and not everybody is going to be on your team. So what I'll do is I'll go through, I'll look at my list, I'll scroll through your page. I've taught you all on different trainings about how to find your tribe, your 5 things that you're interested in, your 10 things that you're interested in. See, you're going to have a higher ability to be able to close and work with people when you're like-minded. When you're like-minded, you are going to find them. I know a lot of you all do these makeup. Andy is one of them. Do these makeup tutorials. Hey, girl, if you can have 5,000 friends that love makeup, her list of people that are going to follow, going to talk to her, and want to come back is going to be so high because all of them like the same thing. So what you're doing is you're going through your list and seeing if you see yourself. Okay? See if you see yourself. So when I hit this person and I go on over, and I'm just going to do a quick one right now because I can, when I get up in the morning, I clean my page every day. Some people ask, they do it once a week or whatever. I clean it every day because I keep getting to 5,000 and I need to take people off. So I had to get really good with having to just clean them. So therefore I can start doing really, really good host posts. So I'm going to scroll down my list right now and I'm going to see one person. So first person who pops on up is Tanya. As I look at Tanya's page, when I go into Tanya's page, hey, I love her profile. Her thing at the top says, you only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Okay, I'm very inspirational. She's very inspirational. We love quotes. She's passing the list right now. Then I go down and I'm looking at her and I'm looking at her friends. If you look at the top of her pictures, I'm going, okay, these women look like me. They look like my target people from the way that they're dressed, they're smiling, they're friendly. Okay, me and her have 25 mutuals. Okay, so we got something in common here. Now, when I roll down, the first thing I see is her son with pets. Another inspirational quote. Guess what? She works out. Okay, she's getting more and more like somebody who I need to talk to. Okay, she's posting about kids more about kids, more about fitness. Those are in my 5. So guess what I would do? Go right on over to my list of potential. I actually could see her as a DT, so I'm going to share with you my hacks. I see her as a DT and a customer. I don't choose. Some people go over into multiple lists. So right now in my book, her name is Tanya. Tanya goes in my DT potential list, and then Tanya also goes in my loyal customer because I don't know which one. So sometimes when I'm working on here, I don't want to be like, oh, I got to go back and forth between both books. So Tanya is both. So Tanya's going in my list today. And I'm doing it right now because I don't want to forget her because she looks like a great both, right? So then I'm going to share with you categories in a second. But that's what you do when you're looking through your list. Get them into a category. Now I'm going to tell you this. I am very strong on this. If I don't see my 5, I delete you. I'm on Facebook for business. I'm not on Facebook for personal. So when people say, I hate Facebook, I'll be like, hey man, I'm on here for a purpose. My friends are in my phone. Just so y'all know that. My friends really don't talk to me down my wall. You will have a hard time knowing who they are because my friends, we go out to dinner. I talk to them on my page. I'm about my business. So I'm looking down here to figure out who should be here. So if we don't have anything in common, we shouldn't follow each other because I'm trying to get customers and distributors on my page. I don't need you to like my stuff just because you thought it was cute. I'm actually trying to be intentional and get you in my pocket. I want to come over to my other computer and see your dollars in Trayce. So I'm just putting your brain as an entrepreneur to think about why you're scrolling through. It could be a daunting task, but if you're looking at it like, oh no, that's my money, you'll change your perception of what you're doing, right? So I'm going to scroll through, see who you see. That's how you comb through your page. It's the same thing on Instagram. I go through Instagram and I do the same thing. I look through my stuff. Should we know each other? Are you in my 5? Right? If not, you got to go. So I want you to write down at first, before you start adding new people, okay? Before you add some new stuff, you need to take some time to do inventory on what you already have going on. You can have a whole bunch of money in here and you don't even know it because you're not being intentional. And I know that. So now I'm trying to teach you those intentional things. Before you jump on a grind and start adding, go through, write that down. Go through your existing list, clean it up. You have money in there. Then my people don't want this. Well, then when people say to me, well, my following doesn't want my product, why are they still on your page? If that's what you really feel and you did the cleanup, why are they still there? It's equivalent to the guy that's not treating you well. Why are you still with him? You know, it's the same mind frame in business. I'm teaching you how to think that way. So get rid of them. So then you know what you're really working with, because you'll get a false perception. I have 2,000 followers. Well, if you have 2,000 followers and 1,800 of them aren't your tribe, you really only have 200 people that you could potentially do business with. So get in the habit of cleaning your list daily. If you have a large following, you may have to chunk at this every day. One of the top leaders told me what she did, and I was like, whoa, because she was like, I kept getting to 5,000. She said it took her 7 months to do this. So I'll tell you, it was a daunting task. She printed everyone. And then every day she took 25 people at a time, started deleting people off. I was like, goodness gracious. She said it took me 7 months, but that's how I get to 300 and 400 and 500 likes, because my list is so clean. And then when she said that, I was like, okay, I need to print my list. I know I get 100, 200 likes, but she said 3 and 5, and I do go to her wall to make sure. Sometimes she got 500 and 600 likes. So that means 500 and 600 people are interested in her business. You get it? Because I know she was intentional to clean that list. So clean that list. After you've cleaned that list and you started working on through it, so we're going to talk about how to work through it, then you want to get into organizations. Say for instance, you're like, hey, I got my list, and now what am I supposed to do? Well, your 5, the things that you're interested in. So I just say makeup because Annie, you in my face. I pull people who in my face when I talk to them. Annie, you sit in my face. Annie, you love makeup, right? I would go find 10 groups of people, of makeup groups. That's your tribe, right? Once you find the groups that you're interested in, then people say, what do I do? Well, when you first walk in a party and there's people, what do? You introduce yourself. You don't go sell in those groups. Go say, hey, my name is Annie, and oh my God, my favorite makeup is MAC. Who in here loves MAC? You remember that video I sent you? Hey, yesterday I had her hollering. So my favorite makeup is MAC. Who else loves MAC? When everybody likes that post, because they love it. You love MAC. You then take your hundreds list and then you go put them in your list. To decipher between who they are, if you want to get a little funky, because I usually start putting them on both lists because I don't know which way you're going to be at. Right? So to get a little bit funkier with it, you can say, how many of y'all do makeup? Do you own, like, okay, out of all of you all, how many of you all do makeup? How many of you are makeup artists? Hey, anybody who's on there as a makeup artist, that's a potential DT. She has customers. Right? So I'll be like, ooh, all of y'all makeup artists, let's go. Makeup artists in our business would use the skincare to death. Because makeup artists, let me tell you, because I'm in the industry, they cannot stand where your skin is the first thing that they have to work with. So they would love to tell you about getting rid of that bump or exfoliating out that skin, or even too, using the lip and eye cream, y'all, right underneath the eyes, right in here. Usually your makeup cakes because it's not soft. Our lip and eye cream fixes that. So I even gave it to my makeup artist, and she told me, girl, you need to give me some more of that because I be slapping none on everybody. See how now I found another way to get somebody. So after that, that's how you jump in your group. Introduce yourself. Say something that you're looking for. Hey guys, you know what? Like, say first you're really into fitness. Because I have a lot of fit groups, right? So you're really into fitness and be like, hey guys, I'm in here and I'm looking to lose like 10 to 15 pounds. I found a quick, I found some great things that are working. I want to trade notes. Who in here got some great weight loss tips? In my fitness groups, when I say that, get ready for like 100 comments. It's coming. It comes so fast. I spend so much time on a comment like that then you down talking, your phone is pinging, it's going off. It has the same as a successful host supposed. It just starts going. You start talking to them. Hey, you know what do you use? Oh, you use that? Hey, jump in their inbox. Hey, girl, you got a whole bunch of tips. And it's usually a genuine conversation because I love fitness. So I'm like, where do you dance? Oh, you love Zumba? Where's your Zumba class? Right, Brittany? Where's your Zumba class? Do we know each other? Can we get into class together? I have fun on Facebook, y'all. I love Instagram. I like Instagram. I love Instagram. I have so much fun on Instagram, because on Facebook, because I told y'all I love relationships. I have so many people, even I follow, when I'm walking outside, they'll be like, I think we follow each other. We do? Yes, because I even take it one step further, and I want to join the groups around me, near me. So you could bump into them at the grocery store, at the gym. Hey, I know a lot of people. My husband cracks up. We walk into our gym, and everybody's like, hi, Tracy. Hi, Tracy. He's like, you just talk to all these people? No, they're on my Facebook page. Because when I went to follow our gym, I followed our specific gym in the area. So all of the people in my gym, hey, Trey. Hey, girl. How are you? And every morning when I'm saying good morning, a lot of the people from my gym are the ones who are saying good morning. Yeah, that is clutch. So I'm sharing with you right now how, okay, you got your watermark, but let me show you how to get crazy on Instagram, on Facebook. Let me tell you how to have fun in these areas, because it's something that you really, really like, and this is how you're calling them to you. So get in some groups. Host a post is amazing. However, I find more success with this tag than I do with host a post. I don't even have time to do host a post. I really don't. That's why you don't see me doing them, because I'm spending so much time in people's inbox, and I'm having so many conversations, and I'm building so many relationships that they organically go, oh, wait a minute. What do you do for detox tea? Because we just was trading notes, right? Oh, can you send me that? Sure, let me send you my sample store. Just get the greens. It's $2. So I'm doing so much better because I have a relationship. Now, we ain't best friends. Some of us have become friends. Some of us have actually met offline, done a class, because my hack is like fitness. Also, too, my other heart is people who need to lose mass amounts of weight. I lost 130 pounds. I know that journey in and out. I'm so sensitive to her that I could really talk to her. And those people, I have a lot of them. They usually don't talk down my wall, because I wouldn't have talked down somebody's wall and didn't know before and after. They're usually in my inbox, and I can call them to my phone very quick. And they're like, man, you get it. You get the fact that I was telling somebody 2 days ago, I was like, see, don't nobody understand the story of why you really want to lose weight, because you want to zip your boots up over your ankles. See, if you've been able to do that, you don't understand that that is actually something somebody really, really has a hard time with. And when I'm able to identify with that, they really want to work with me. Or you got to inhale just to bend down to tie your shoes. Like, those are real hacks. So what do you do that people really, really know? And it's like, that's y'all language. Somebody just said, okay, that's y'all language. So when I'm talking to my tribe every day, I love Facebook because we're having like-minded conversations. I want to get everybody on my trainers to love this. Because if you love this, you're going to wake up wanting to do it. You're going to wake up in the morning with somebody from one of your groups in there, hey, talking about, fashion. If that's your thing, and all of your people in your inbox talking about fashion, eventually they're going to want to do what you do, or they're going to want to buy from you. Okay, so I'm spending the time there to show you how to work. Go through, scroll through, see if it's for you, delete, clean your list, get in groups. Okay, even when you do a host to post, you want to go back on that host to post. When you go back and find, hey, I don't just add everybody for the host to post. I'll tell you that when I do them, because right now I'm so busy, I haven't been able to do them. But I don't just go down and befriend everybody. I'll go back on your wall first and see who you are. Are you negative Nancy? Because guess what? From people, birds of a feather flock together, right? So if this person has a bad network, you could have just added 30 new people that's a bad network. Those are the people that are walking down your wall, and you're like, don't nobody want nothing. Well, you done added her bad network to your network. So that's why I don't just go add everybody from a host to post. I've learned that the hard way. When I first came into the business, I did do that. And then I was like, why do I have all of this craziness down my wall? It's them host to post people. Okay, let me go ahead and make sure that I'm watching them better. So if you have 100 that pop, maybe only 75 of them make it to your network, because 25 of them were not people who you wanted to network with. You get it? So it takes a little work to be this intentional, but you're going to close more. Just so you understand, because you're going to be talking to more people in what you like. Now, somebody asked me, how do you organize them? So that video that I was going to tell you about, write this down. Desiree Howard on YouTube. She has a 100's list video. It's like 12 to 13 minutes. I'm going to give you some things from that video, but I want you to get it for yourself, store it in your phone, and every person that comes new into your organization that needs to build, I want you to give them this video that gives them the psychology behind it, the internet base, but right here is another foundation you're going to need. So write that down, Desiree Howard, and look for the 100's video. The 100's list, how to build your 100, is 12 to 13 minutes. Okay, so there's 4 different categories. So now that you get the people on in here, so as I'm adding them, I normally do this at the same time because I don't have time to be going back through 200 people trying to figure out, now who are you again? What did I say? There's 4 different categories. There's orange, yellow, pink, and green. So you're going to categorize these people once you put them on their list, because you need to be able to figure out who's who. Okay? Your orange people are potential DTs. Right? So usually for me, I have my DTs already in a book because I need to separate them. Right? Yellow are people who have bought from you before. So if you have another business, you do something else, these are people who have supported you, bought from you. Hey, if you join anything, if you do anything, these are the people that come forth and be like, hey girl, what we doing today? It works now. We need to buy some wraps. What do we need to do? Those are your yellows. If you're new in this business, go to them first. They'll go to them fifth. Build your confidence when you first come on in. They're the ones that's going to support you fastest. Pink are people that you think maybe, remember when I said when you get into business, so I haven't said this on this video yet. When you get into business, I do not want you to think that your friends are not your friends anymore because they are not buying things from you. They are still your friend. Maybe they just want to host a party. Maybe they don't have the budget right now. Maybe they don't want to be on auto ship. Maybe there's something going on in their finances that can't do that for you. But pink people are people who could host a party. Maybe their way of give back is to host something for you. Okay? Respect that as a give in your business too. Greens are the people who you have not talked to in a while and that you need to reconnect with. Okay, so maybe you're an AKA and you haven't talked to some people in this chapter for a long period of time. They would be green. Just because you think they would be a great distributor, they need to be in your green area because you haven't talked to them and you have to gain a new relationship again before you can. In Desiree's video, she breaks down scripts. She gives you scripts to use. Now, I am somebody who I told you, when I said I needed to clean up this statement when I said I don't use scripts. I don't use scripts exactly how they're given to me. So if somebody says, hey girl, this, blah, 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 I will take it and change it to my words. I'm not just going to use somebody's robotic script. Bye, honey. Have a good day. I'm not going to use somebody's robotic script. I'm going to change it to my words, how I would say it. And then over time, it starts to become a conversation because you've said it so many times, it's coming off the top of your head. You know? So that is how I use a script. But those that she has in there are amazing when you really don't know what to say. You're like, okay, now what do I say? So that is Desiree Howard's 100 list. I want you to go get that. Now, in your list, when I look into it, so Tanya, right now, she's somebody who, number one, I'm going to give her a code. I think she could be an orange. And I think she could be a pink. I think she could host a party. And she's a yellow. She bought from me years ago. So I would go put OYP next to her name. The reason why I'm doing that, because as I'm talking to her, I got to know what category in which I will forget tomorrow, a week, a month from now. I'll forget. And then I may even go and put an an IG or an FB, which is Facebook or Instagram. So when you're talking to them, you don't want to be like, say for instance, they finally respond to you or they call you, you ask them for their phone number. And you're like, you don't want to say to them, okay, now where do we follow each other again? Remember, you were trying to build a relationship. Don't you not like when you talk to somebody for an hour And then they come back and be like, what's your name again? You're like, for real? Guess what? You're starting all over. So I'll write in the corner just a little bit so I will be able to jar my memory from where we met, what category I put you in, something that I can remember. That's the reason why I love the inbox, because you can go back in the inbox and go back to y'all conversation that y'all had. You'll know if you send a video or voice text, I'll get myself back together. So if they are talking to me, I'm not blind. I'm picking up from the conversation from where we've left off. So in that list, I'll write these things about them. I give myself some things to remember. Don't just write a name. Now in Desiree's video, she takes it one step further. She puts them in an Excel spreadsheet and checks it off. So I think that's so dope if you put it in the spreadsheet, because then you can put all your pinks together. So when you want to host a party, you go to all your pinks. What I do is I'll grab a piece of paper when I need to do a party, and I'll go in my book and I'll go pull all pinks. Pink party, pink party. Okay, then I may have a list of like 20. When it's time for party season, I'll be like, hey, girl, guess what? We have this great promotion that's going on. I'm going for a promotion right now, and I am. My team is doing amazing right now, and I'm going for a promotion. And I know that the last time we talked, you weren't interested in this product, but if you could do me a favor, I just want you to host a party for me. I'll give you free gifts if you just host this party for me. If I can come to your house, it can be 2 to, if it's even just 1. I love to be able to, for you to have you to host this. Also, too, you can get somebody to host. Here's something that I haven't seen people doing, and I know in my brain I want to do, because I got one person that said she would do it. You can have somebody host an online party for you. You can go on their wall, come on their wall, and you do it on their wall, which is access to their people. So she told me she has a strong following. And I was like, honey, if I could help you lose weight. Her following is so strong. I mean, people, she could have like 20 and 30 shares. She's a high influencer. I tried to get her as a DT. I told her not to give me all the money. She was like, I'm just so busy, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm tired of asking you to be a DT. Can I come on your wall? I will help you lose weight, because she needs to lose 50 pounds. I will help you lose weight for access to your wall. She said, bet, when? We're talking today at 3. Because guess what? I'm tired of asking you to make the money. I'm going to make the money for myself. You don't want these coins? I do. Now, if she wake up and she see all this down the wall, maybe that's what she needs, to see everybody go ham. I don't know, but I'm tired. I need access in the network. All right? Let's go. Let's get on your wall. Let me do this. You get it? So I'm going to have her host an online party. That's something that I'm now. I ain't seen it. Remember I told you, you gotta try things to see if they work. Don't say, I ain't never seen that before. Be the person that does it. See if it works. Hey, the party's down your own wall work. Why wouldn't it work on somebody else's who has influence, right? So now that's how I'm going for it. Now, once you've done all your categories, now let me tell you, let me flip your brain. Now let's come out of the list for a second. Remember when I told you in the beginning about building a business? Your business is comprised of new people you talk to, people that you already have in your network, like your loyal customers that you have right now. How many times have you went back to your existing loyal customers and just said, hey, how's everything going? Oh, I love my fat fighters. Great. Do you know anyone that would want those same benefits that you're getting? Pull your own list. Go back into your own list. And then when you pull that list, some of them are going to refer you loyal customers. And guess what? Ding! Some of them are going to want to be in your organization because they see how good it's doing for them. And now they see people that they could actually go get, and they want to be a distributor with you. Your own existing loyal customers. And then number 3 is the new people that you're bringing into the business. So I want you to understand, if you are waking up every day saying, hey, let me just jump into my cold market. You don't have a list. You're not talking to your loyals. Your business is comprised of multiple entities. It is not just, let me get online, let me do this grind, and then those people that I talk to. You are supposed to be collecting as you go. As you go, the people you talked to yesterday, woo! Now the people I talked to today, now my list is longer. Now the people I'm talking to tomorrow, the people I talked to last year, after you've been doing, listen to this number, because I'm going to trip you out. When you've been in business for 30 days, after you've been in business for 30 days, that's all you need. 30 days. If you have been intentional in doing this, 30 days is your leap pad. Just 30 days. Let me show you how. So you've been talking to people everywhere you go. Man, I told you, you can run into at least 30, 40 people in the store, at your kid's school. Believe me, you could probably run into more. If you put them on your list, let's say you've now got 50. You did your steps to success. You have 4, right? Now you got 54 people. This is your first 30 days. Then also too, you've been looking on now and you've been online and now you've added maybe 100 new people to just 25. I'm giving you bare minimum. You've added 25 people a week, which is low. So I'm trying to show you something. You've added 25 people a week. Now you got 100 new people there. You got the people who you walk to, and you got your steps success. You have 154 people in 30 days. Just in 30. Right? Now let's round that down so we can be even. Let's say we got 150 people. Let me tell you, even if you just barely work in your business, just with that, right? 150 times 12 months gives you 1,800 contacts at the bare minimum. Do you see how now, wow, I probably have been doing this wrong, just getting up every morning looking at who I got right now. I was supposed to be bringing the people from the past and with the future right now and the people with the future, and I'm steady adding every day. Every day you're adding, because every day you're following new people. Now, if every day you in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, hey, you in the wellness business, you got to get out the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. Now, if you're going to go set up in Chick-fil-A and you want to prospect out of Chick-fil-A, great. You can't be in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru every week. No. We got to stop. Right? Desiree said something yesterday about how she was getting this massage from this place, and the girl was talking about how good she looked. Well, I will tell you, I have this one place that I go to with facials, and every time I go there, I'm trying to get her as a DT. I've given her samples. She hasn't been, but I know she has the access to people. So every time I go, guess what I do when she does my lashes and she does my facials? I pull up something of the team. I may re-listen, like it's on my chest right here, where she's listening to our team trainings. Oh, I'm working. And she be like, dang, that's you? You do all that? So when I walk through the door, she be like, she's not even asking no more, how did your lashes feel? She's now going, how's everything going? Have you bonused again? Have you done what? She's interested. Do you see? But it takes time. She's watching me. She's even now liking stuff down my wall on the team stuff. She's liking it down the wall. So I'm prospecting. But guess what? I'm not spending all my time here because you still ain't said yes. But every time I come, next week I'll be in your chair. I'm backing at it again. And she's on my list. So being that she's on my list, I'm intentional. Right? I'm even going to give her a free little gift. And also, too, in that little gift, it's going to have the chart of what you can make in this business on her little gift for the holidays. So I want you to see right now why I'm steady going. We an amazing business, y'all. We come and contact people all the time. But we have to know how to properly use them. How to properly use this list. This list is your ticket to the Golden Gate Bridge. These lists, if used properly, you could you imagine this? Could you imagine every month pulling out a new chart? Could you imagine that? Because when people ask me, how did you promote 4 times in 1 month? Well, this is how. I kept working them lists. As a stylist, I already knew to do that. Like, keeping in my chair, you can't just be reliant. You can't just say, this girl is how I make my bread and butter. Because guess what? Sometimes her kid's going to get sick. Her job may lay her off. She may not come back. So guess what? Every stylist works commission. They're great potential DTs. They're coming in contact with stylists, with customers every day. New people. So if you have a stylist and you haven't asked her about this business or shown her, you're missing the mark. That could be your diamond sitting, that could be your ambassador diamond in that business. But if you don't have her on the list and being intentional about her, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to say could be, you are missing the mark. Because guess what? Influence is not just people who have 100,000 people. It's people who touch people. It's people who people love them. It could just be 100 people. The first lady at your church is an influencer. The pastor at your church is an influencer. The praise dancers at your church, they're influencers. The teacher in the school is an influencer. You get that? These are people around you, they're influencers. But we are now trained to think that the influencer has 100,000 followers. They're a celebrity. No, ma'am. You yourself are an influencer. You're in this business. You're receiving results. People are watching you. You're an influencer. But if you don't understand what that really means, you're going to miss the mark. And I'm here to share with you, hey, y'all, I'm about to change your business. I'm going to help you fill this 400 box faster if you do this. You literally could, I feel like I say literally a lot lately. Maybe because I'm being emphatic. I'm being more intentional. You could fill a 400 box in a week. You could fill a 400 box in a day. Let me tell you how. There's no way I'm filling that 400 box in a day. Yes, you could. If down your wall, I saw so many results and you came in contact with 4 people in one day, if you're steady hitting before and after results, and then you got 4 people who were looking for 4 to 5 people who were looking for the fit $15, $99, 300 something products for $99, $353 worth of products for $99. And you got this whole huge list. And on day 1, you got 4 people that get that. 400 box, done. Done. You have a team. Hey, and you out here with your chart. Let me show you a chart right quick. Because my charts are always with me. I just got so much going on my desk. My charts are always with me, right? So you have a chart, you have charts. As a triple, you got multiple pages. Just so you know, if you get a little funky up in here. And I'm sitting in here and I'm going, hey, Janae, what is she doing? She's not doing anything. Okay, you know what? I, as the leader, I'm going to go online. I'm about to go do, because guess what? She's not going to stop my promotion. So I'm going to go online and do an online party, and I'm going to show everybody about the Fit 15 and how they can start losing weight right now during the holidays. And I'm going to give me 4 people, and I'm going to take all 4 of those. I'm going to slide them on up underneath Janae. I'm going to fill that box. So everything else Janae decides to do is bonus, baby. I just did that in an hour of work. Have you ever thought like that? If you haven't, we're going to start. Because that is your level of intention that's going to close out these boxes. I'm telling you right now, the hurdles in front of you. I did a video yesterday of how big is your butt. Did anybody see it? It was like 6 minutes. You saw it? And I was like, not TT. How big is your butt? B-U-T. See, a butt is a hurdle. I want to do this butt. So literally what you do is you say, hey, I want to do this, but I get to here and I turn away. As soon as you put butt, you turn away from it, right? As soon as you say butt, you turn away from it. But if you take the hurdle down and there is no butt, you can do it. So you can't say, I want to get a 400 box, but people don't respond to me. If you said, I want to do a 400 box and I'm going to do a party, you're going to get that 400 box done because you removed the hurdle in your verbiage and also in your mind. You have to remove but, B-U-T. Remember when I did that training and every time you took it on out, you was like, oh, it's hard. Right, because mentally you put a stumbling block in your way every time you say but. Every time you do it, you stumble. But if you take it away and say and, you know what? All right. I see, if you're going diamond, I see these 24 boxes. What's my strategy for them? Okay, I'm a party for this one, party for this. I'm going to get this person online. We're going to do something together. I'm a belly to belly with this person. I'm going to call to my team and say, hey, how many of you, where's your hundreds list? Hey, don't say, do you have one? Show me your 100s list. Hey, you as the leader, look at that list. See if they got pink, orange, blue. See if they got 4 people. See if they even have one. Because that's your problem right there. If they don't have one, they can't work this business. Not effectively. They're going to run out of their 5 friends. I listened to this pastor yesterday, and he said something that was, oh my God. Listen, he said something that made me go, oh my God. He was like, you want to know why? Frustration, despair, disappointment happens. He was like, it's because of our own expectation to something. Right? We say, hey, well, I'm going and it's going to happen. But we don't put necessarily the grind, the true grind behind it to actually get it to happen. And then we get hurt by our own level of disappointment. You can't get hurt. The only time you get frustrated and hurt is because you don't meet the goal. Right? So if you set this on now, you said, I'm going from distributor to diamond. You're not going to get frustrated until you don't get it. That's it. So if we can put in our mind as women and men, if we can put in our mind, okay, I want to reach this goal. I want to go diamond, and I'm going to be intentional. I'm going to call every person on my chart. Do I have a relationship with them? Okay, if I don't, okay, when they give you, don't say, I told you, take excuse out of your vocabulary. Don't say, oh, they excuse me all the time. Hey, I want you to put in your brain, maybe they don't know what you know. Okay, so let me figure out, tell me, how can I help you? Okay, do you have a 100s list? You don't? Okay, let's go in my calendar. Let's set up some time. Let me help you with what I just learned today on how to build this list, because I already know the fortune is here. This is your yellow brick road right here. So let me help you get this. Can we get on the phone? See, some people are not doing it because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to do it. They see you as being a rock star, and then they feel like they're not a rock star. When in all actuality, all you're doing is talking to people. So let me show you how to be the rock star too. Remember, I told you a great coach rolls up their sleeves and gets in the trenches with their team. They don't sit back like this. Oh, they don't want it. They give me excuses all the time. That's not a good coach. Roll up your sleeve. Now, guess what? If they're not answering the calls and you're out there, your job is to show up and lead loudly from the front. If they don't come to the yard, you can't make them do that. But you can, 5 fingers, check yourself. Have you even put it out there? Did you set up the training? Did you teach them the 100s list? Do they understand it? Did you give them the link? If you didn't, guess what? It's 2 parties that are having a problem here. It's not just one. It's not just the teammate. It's also the leader. Because the leader has to show up and train. So I can't tell anybody, hey, down on this list, hey, y'all need to be doing this if I don't get my butt here and train. You get it? If I don't come here and teach you how to do the 100s list, you can, and they know, I sent them the link. Here's the thing that I hear all the time. I sent them the link. Did you ask them if they did the link? If they didn't do the link, they're going to get tired and they're going to leave. Just so you know that. But you as the person that's in the business, you got to get together first. And I say that because even me, myself, I just created 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 more categories. So today when I get with my team, I got to make sure that I'm not just sitting here with my team, guiding them. I got to get on off of here too and get my list together. Because that volleyball thing is tonight. I need to get some sample bags together. I got to start passing out some stuff. So I have to be intentional too. So when I tell people, hey, this is how I built from the volleyball team, I can't just tell you that. I got to show you. I would love to one day be able to have a DT on this that I tell you came from the volleyball. I would love that. I would love to come back and say, hey, got 4 lawyers from the volleyball game. So that's how we lead. But I want you to now, I bet you any amount of money, a lot of us now go, oh my God, I really do have a lot of prospects. Oh my God, I could really do this. Like if you feel like, oh my God, I could really do this now, then I feel like I've done my job. Like, oh gosh, you may be a little overwhelmed with, oh my God, I got to go and comb through here. But I'm going to tell you, you got money in your inbox. You have money around you. It's around you. Your potential DT is around you. All you got to do is understand the psychology. That's why I do these. My trainings are about the psychology behind where you're doing what you're doing. It's also, too, the business structure of why it exists. Why is someone beating up over your head telling you a 100s list? 100s list. Well, I'll tell you, in studying network marketing, the billionaires that I follow, because see, you got to follow what you're trying to do. You got to make sure your footsteps looks that way. So I'm close to the 7, right? In my businesses, I'm close to the 7-figure mark. So to not slow down and to not do my fire, I decided to follow billionaires. So therefore, I will always keep myself in check. So now when I follow them, guess what they're always doing? And what I did today, and here's my mentor. Look at his book sitting at my desk. Tony Robbins' Unshakable, about finances. So when he goes through it, he's like, you're always building your list. If you're anybody follow, you're always building your list. So dang, even as a billionaire, he's still building his list. Okay, done. That's something that must stay in my business practices for life. For life. If you have another business, you need to be doing this for that business too. Have you followed up with your customers? Have you talked to them? Have you found out that they want to order again? Hey, guess what, girl? You last time you got over here, you got Fat Fighters. How's that journey going? Well, you know what? It's going okay, but I need a little bit more. Think about your 400 box. Hey, why don't we do this? You're spending 25. You loving this product. How about we just add an additional 75 to it and get you a comprehensive plan so we can get this weight off? Are you willing to do that? Because you see all these before and afters down your wall. I want you to be on my wall in the after. I want to get you to your best after. Can we add $75? Let's just try it for 1 month. Let's just try it. You know what? Okay, I'll go. Yay, $100 towards that 100 box. Let go. Then you got to follow up with them. Make sure they actually using the product. Make sure they know how to use the product. It would be great if you did your online parties and you went through your Fit 15 and you saved that video. Like on me, on my YouTube channel, if you want to take a look at it, I have a video. It has over 3,800 views now since I put it up 2 months ago. It is my 3 simple swaps to start losing weight now. When somebody buys one product, I send them that video immediately. Because I'm prospecting for future money. Hey, go watch this. So I know you just got those Fat Fighters and you thought that $25 bottle was going to be the answer, Sway. It's not. It's not. It's only one of them. So already I'm setting her on up, letting her know. And then sometimes people will text me back and be like, oh my God, that was so good. Hey, girl, add them greens. I got somebody right now who watched the video. Listen what she did. She got Fat Fighters. She didn't call me back. Now she want wraps, thermophyte, green, just from watching the video. And I was like, good. She was like, yeah, because I really want this off. Now I told her over the phone, but it was something about her watching it that now she's way more bought in. I was like, oh, okay, great. Now guess what? Already, right now, I'm already at 100 BB when I hang up from you and I actually go add that to her order. I'm already at 100 BB for the day. So right now in these promotion seasons, this video right here should be one of your Bibles that you give to your team. And you may even go back on over when you feel a little bit stagnant and you're like, man, what's happening here? Crack back out this video and listen to it again. Because I just told you the billionaires that I'm following. The billionaires. Hey, I'll drop one name on you to go study. Sarah Robbins. Sarah Robbins. She has a lot of education for network marketing, just like Eric Worre. I love Eric Worre, but I don't know. Something that me following the girl that's a billionaire make me feel real independent around these parts. I don't know that. Like, I'm feeling real different following Sarah. And Sarah do her hair and her makeup. Remember I told you about calling people too? She do her hair, she do her makeup. She changed different areas in her house. And I'd be like, man, I wish I could get a tour of this crib. It's beautiful. And every day I watch her, I'd be like, man, I'm going to have that one day. I'm going to have that every day. I'm going to have that. And she does little 10-minute trips. Sarah, R-A-H. Sarah Robbins. Sarah Rockin' Robbins. She has a book too. I'm waiting on mine to come. I done ordered the book. Just waiting on it to come through the door. I use Eric Worre's book, but now I just want a different tone. It doesn't mean Eric is bad. See, you got to get yourself a conglomerate of people that you follow. That's your thing. Even if you don't talk to them, that they can be mentoring you from the book, from the training. I pay. She got one right now. Hey, let me drop something on you. She just put it on discount for $47 to teach you how to make money during the holidays in network marketing. Guess who's taking that class? I said the cat. Because she makes $1 billion a year. And guess what? She talks about building her 100s list all the time. All the time. Yeah, you Carmen said I love Sarah Rockin' Robbins. See how I'm even talking like her? She knows it. Hi guys, I'm Sarah Rockin' Robbins. And I love it. And one day she had her book. It was just like me. One day she had her book upside down. Did you see that training? She was like, gosh, nobody told me my book. So that let me know she don't even take herself as serious as I do. I love her. One day, and guess what? She on my new board, on my new vision board, I'm going to meet her too. Tony Robbins had been on my board for 10 years. He's $30,000 to sit in that room. Trayce paid for it in January. Trayce was there. Woo! Knocked it off my list. He's on my vision board on over here. Yes. Now Sarah is going on my list. Because in 2019, I got to be with Sarah. That's how you call things to you. So I know y'all enjoyed this training because I was seeing the faces going. Courtney, I love your intensity in your face. I do. I love it all the time. She is a studier. I know that about you. You study. That's going to take you to the top, babe. I don't care what it looks like now. Just so you understand, I don't care what it looks like now. You, that face that's studying, girl, I'm cheering for you because I know what that's going to do. I was that face. When I first started my business and I was making $14,400 and now 7 figures is on its way, it was that study face. It was that I'm going to get it. It was that everybody telling me, I don't know what you're doing. I can't hear you. Get out my bubble. Get out my ear. You don't see what I see. See, God, see, some of those memes that people read, God didn't give you my vision. God didn't share with you. He didn't download into your brain what he downloaded into my brain. So I need you to get out my head because you can't live here anymore. You got to go. So I'm telling you, that face, that study, hey, babe. Courtney is also somebody, when I came on in and I showed her the chart and I said, what do you want? Courtney said, black diamond. Courtney ain't no, nothing but no black diamond. Okay, never take that off the table. And I told her that. I said, I'm not taking that off the table for you. You can never now talk to me and say, hey, now when I say, what do you want to be? You can tell me you want to be a diamond. Nope, not unless you're saying black diamond, because you stated that. When I came into this company and I looked at it, I said, what do I want? I want to be ambassador. I am now almost triple and 2 from the top because my eye is not off the prize. Whatever you want, don't take it off the table. I post this for you all the time. Never change your outcome. Change your activity. If something isn't working, flip up that activity a little bit. Like even now, I am very intentional on going triple, right? I'm also very intentional on my team going diamond. And I need you to go emerald. And I need you to do here. So on our team, we just put out an amazing contest. So, okay, let me get off these Zooms and let me help you. Who needs me for an online party? Who needs me for a face-to-face? Who needs me to get in the store? Who needs me to help you fill these boxes? You get it? So maybe just sitting here isn't going to work. What do you have to do to get it? Don't take it off the table. Fill these lists. So I hope this helps you and it meets you in an amazing space. I'm going to not record our questions today because I want to get detailed with them. And my team that's on here, y'all better ask some questions today because we got some amazing stuff to do. We got some amazing things that we're doing this month. And everybody can ask a question, but I'm telling you, in my team, if you don't got no questions, that means y'all booking me for online parties. I'm going to be at your house. We out here doing vendor events. If you ain't got no questions, that means get off the train and let's go. That's how excited I am about what it is that I'm giving you, because I know I just gave you the information to set your business on fire.